time to read. iPads and phones can affect your eyes, but if you read more often, reading can teach you a lot of information, and also it can teach you how to spell things right. So come on, let's see our new book for today. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be reading to you this book. Its name is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I chose this book because it's really humorous and it's also a very, very famous story. So have you guys heard of this book?
I love this book. It's like my childhood book.
It was the first book that I actually used to read like 10 times a day.
I know, and I never ever get tired of reading
Me
this.
too.
So let's begin. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there lived a pretty little girl with curly golden hair. Therefore, her name was Goldilocks because she had golden colored locks. Towards some distance from her house, there was a forest, and she was not allowed to go there. And one day, she walked right into the forest. She discovered a nice little cottage and went inside. And when nobody answered the door, she went right inside the cottage. That's really rude.
Yeah.
I know. And then she saw 3 bowls of porridge. She tasted one from the first bowl and she said, "This is too hot," she exclaimed. Then she tasted from the second bowl. She said, "This porridge is too cold." And then from the third bowl, she said, "Oh, this is just right, and I'll completely drink it." She drank the whole thing.
I hope whosoever porridge she drank is not really angry.
I know. Now she was really tired and she wanted to have a nap. She saw 3 chairs around the dining table. She sat on the first one to rest. She said, "This chair is too big." Then she sat on the second one. "This chair is too high." Finally, she sat on the third one. This was a baby bear's chair, and it was just right. But apparently, she was too heavy for it. And after a few minutes, crack, crack, it broke. And then, by now, Goldilocks was really tired, and she went upstairs to her bedroom. She found 3 beds. She slept on the first one, which was the biggest. "Oh, this is too soft, like a pudding. I shall just melt into it." Then she tried the second one. "This one is too hard." Then finally, she went to sleep in the baby bear's bed. It was just right, like all the other things of the baby bear.
I think she's too fussy for her own good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She's always like using the baby bear's things.
And plus, she's also so curious. I mean, first she wanted to drink the porridge.
I know.
She wanted to see the chairs. She went into a bedroom. You know what they say, right? The cure for boredom is curiosity. And there is no cure for curiosity.
Yeah, and sometimes too much curiosity can be bad.
And apparently, we are going to find out a cure for too much curiosity.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Well, maybe the baby bear is gonna be angry and he's gonna start crying.
Why would somebody cry if they're angry? Maybe he'll just growl at her.
Maybe.
As she was sleeping, the 3 bears entered. They went to a dining table to have their porridge. Daddy Bear cried in a loud voice, "Someone has tasted my porridge." "Oh dear, somebody has tasted my porridge too." Mummy Bear said, "Mommy, Daddy, someone has tasted my porridge, and what's more, they've eaten it all," cried the baby bear. Then the baby bear's sight went to his little chair, which was completely broken into pieces. "Oh dear, my little chair is broken," grumbled the baby bear.
Look at the father bear. He looks
He's
like he could
definitely
wrestle.
He's so angry. Like, he wants to
I
kill
know.
whoever did it.
Not that far, but he looks like
I
he
know,
likes to
these
wrestle
bears
the
may not be
person down.
cruel, you know. "Oh All the three bears were completely confused since they didn't find anyone in the house so far. Finally, they went upstairs to the bedroom. As soon as they opened the door, they saw Goldilocks asleep. They were so surprised that they completely forgot their anger. It's a little girl, said Daddy Bear. Surely she has broken my chair, replied the little bear. Goldilocks awoke and she was amazed and a little bit scared.
Of course she's gonna be frightened. Bears are so dangerous. They
Yeah.
can kill you.
Yeah, if I were in her place, if there was a window, I'd just jump out of the window and run away.
No,
Run,
that would be
run,
even
run.
more dangerous than the
Fine.
bears.
I'll just go through the father bear's legs and then just run like I'm gonna get the Olympics medal.
Maybe I just look for a ladder. It's a little girl, said Daddy Bear. Surely she's broken my chair, replied the little bear. Goldilocks awoke and was amazed and rather frightened to see the three bears. But she had also completely forgotten where she was for a moment. She asked the three bears, "What are you doing in my room?" Can you believe it? She asked, "What are you doing in my room?" when she was in their room.
I think that's going too far.
I
And
know.
she didn't remove her shoes.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
What are you doing in my bed? asked the little bear. Goldilocks was so frightened that no sound came out of her mouth. She was speechless. "Do not be afraid," said Mama Bear. She was quite gentle. "We will do you no harm." By this time, Goldilocks had realized what happened, and now she totally regretted going into the forest just like that. Now, she realized also that the bears were really nice. So, Goldilocks told them what had happened, and the little bear had absolutely no grudge against her. Instead, he was happy to have made her his friend. After having played a lot with the little bear, Goldilocks took leave from the family. While leaving, she said that she was lucky to have entered their house by chance. But also, she added that in the future, she would not enter anyone's house without permission.
Yeah.
So now, guys, we've completed our story. So, let me ask you guys a few questions to see if you're actually listening.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Question number 1. Why was Goldilocks called Goldilocks? Yeah?
Because she had like curly hair and her hair was blonde or like goldish.
Exactly.
So like that's why.
Okay.
Hey, I will think. Doesn't this picture remind you the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, but that was like the golden brick road.
Yeah, but
This is,
still it looks
I know.
exactly
Yeah,
the
it's like
same
a
thing.
pathway like that.
The
And this
same
is like
pattern.
Alice
Yeah.
in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, her
This is the
dress.
exact same dress as Alice, but
Yeah,
the
the
headband.
hair.
Okay, so now my second question to you guys is, what did Goldilocks mess up first in the bear's house?
My turn. Yeah. She first tried the porridge
Yeah?
and she ate the baby bear's. She ate all of the little bear's porridge.
Okay, you're right.
But then the first thing that she actually messed up in the bear's house was entering the house. She should not have
Exactly,
done it
yeah.
in the first place.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Okay, so now I'll ask you a general question. Would you mind if somebody just opened the door to your house and just entered it? Yeah?
So, if it was my cousin and like we're in the house, it's okay. But like if it's a strange man or even my cousins that we're not in the house, it's not okay. Because like maybe they can take your stuff, maybe they can destroy your house just like what Goldilocks did.
And
Take
what
your
about-
stuff.
I would seriously mind if anybody, even if they're living in the house, if they went and got in without knocking or ringing the bell.
Exactly.
Because that would mean that I was not careful. I didn't lock the door. That's why they were able to get in. So I'd be mad at myself. not at them.
You know, if somebody entered my house and just looked into my stuff and all, and especially like, you may think this is actually funny, but I have a small box like where I just collect random stuff like some polished glittery looking stones and all, or random stuff which I find like shells, and if anybody looked into that, I'd be the most angry, although those are worthless because those are actually like really good memories. Okay, so guys, we are finished with our story today, but we'll be back after a short break to discuss the story. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. So now we're going to discuss the morals of the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So tell us, Ritaj, what did you understand from the story?
I understand that whatever you do, don't get in somebody's house because, as they say, stranger danger, because some strangers can be killers, maybe.
That's going too far.
What about you, Reema?
Well, here, first of all, obviously stranger danger is the most important thing, but then secondly, there's always good in people, because we expected that the bears would be like really angry, and so did Goldilocks, because obviously her reaction explains everything. But then the bears also softened down when they heard her side of the story. So what we must realize is that for a coin there are always two sides, just like for a story there are two sides. So we must always look at it from the perspective of the other side and try to forgive a person. There's no harm in doing so, just like the bears did.
Well, from this story, you know, guys, what I understood was that it's fine to be curious, but if you're like too curious, is actually bad, because if you you go where you're not wanted, or if somebody is planning a surprise for someone or something like that, you may actually get into things and ruin it all. So as they say, the cure for boredom is curiosity, and there is no cure for curiosity.
Well, do you mind? There is no cure for curiosity, but there is a cure for too much curiosity. Scare.
I know, that'll like stop them forever.
She got scared of the bears, and that stopped all her too much curiosity.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, we've finished with our episode for today, and always remember, a book can take you to the farthest corners of the world when you have no place to go. So always remember, you can just pick up a book and travel anywhere you like. And also, whatever book you take, it'll take you anywhere. You could be in a jungle. The next moment, you could be in the sea. Always remember, you can watch us on KTV2, and we would also like to thank Kuwait National Library. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.